Hi, I'm EmmaLou, the creative director for Heartfelt Creations, and today I am going to show you some great techniques that you can use with your Christmas card collection. And you're not even going to make a Christmas card with this. That's what I like about it. Some of the products in there can be used for everyday cards. And here's a little secret or a little fetish. My outfit matches my card and I have an obsession for pink. So here we go. This is the project that we'll be working with, and we're going to start out by creating this background with the new die that we just released. To start this project, you'll use a scallop square grand nestabilities, and here I cut out 3 of these pieces, and the objective of this is to show you how to position this. So you're going to use this die piece. This one comes out of the ornamental add-on set. It's this piece right here. You could also do it with this one too, but to do this technique, the next thing I would first of all just cut out these 4 corners, but to position that, what I'll do is I will bump this up to the corner. Depending on what shape you're using for the background, this might be a little bit different for you. But once it's lined up, you'll see this coming into the middle. It's positioned correctly here. And then you'll just press your tape down and you're ready to run that through your machine. I put a piece of wax paper in here so that it releases nicely when it comes out of the machine. So just bring this right out of the, just make sure that this peels off nicely from your paper. And then you'll pull this out, and I need my paper piercer. So I'll pop this out of the die. Since you use the wax paper, that should come out very nicely for you. And see, those pieces are all out of there. If these are still kind of stuck to the die, what I'll do is I'll just kind of quickly go over that with my paper piercer, and I'll make all of those come out. Now we'll lay this aside. Now you'll notice that these pieces automatically all popped out. A lot of that has to do with because of the wax paper. Now you'll see that the next step on this background piece, you will save this piece because we're going to put that back in there, but your next step in this process is to do the embossing. So I've got my embossing plates and we're ready to emboss this section here. Now I like to make sure that there is a piece that I cut out still in the die when I'm doing this technique so that it doesn't cut when I'm running it through on the embossing. So what we'll do is we'll bring this down and just lay this in there, just kind of position that, tape that down, and then we'll put our other plate on top, run that through the machine. So once again, just make sure there's one piece in there that you had cut out. That makes it there's not as much pressure in this paper, otherwise it will cut this through a little bit and it won't look very nice for you. So we're ready to run this through our machine. So once you have cut out and embossed all of these, layer it onto your favorite color of cardstock, and then you can go back and just glue these in there. I guess this is kind of like a puzzle, very easy to put together. So you go back and glue that, and then you're ready to embellish your card. You can choose whichever flower you want in the center. I chose the Sun-Kissed Fleur, and I did it on vellum. You can watch the Sun-Kissed Fleur video to see how that flower is done. Our next step is adding the Holly Berry Swirls. Now I did this one on vellum. We're going to alter this, but this is how the Holly Berry Swirls look in the traditional Christmas card. The Holly Berry Swirl comes out of, the stamp comes out of the Holly Berry pre-cut set, and then the die comes out of the ornamental add-on. So there's a couple different swirls that you could work with and alter. So to alter this one, what I do is I stamp this on vellum with white ink and heat embossed it in white embossing powder. Oops. And then I colored the back with green Tombow markers. Now I'm clipping off the berries to take away that berry look for the holly berries. And then you'll see that this still has the look of a holly berry leaf. So all I do is just go along those edges and just nip those edges just a little bit to give them a little bit more of a natural leaf that you would see all year round. So you'll do that to each leaf and you have more of a natural swirl, and that's what I added on either side of this card. So you can kind of position it however you want. On the finished sample, I then went back and added a couple more Sun-Kissed Fleurs, a little bit of glitter and pearls really finish off this card sample. You can use these techniques with your Christmas card collection, so you have those everyday cards and then you have those Christmas cards you can create. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Visit our gallery at heartfeltcreations.us and you'll see many more samples of inspiration using this collection.